Hi, today I want to talk a little bit more about acceptance. One of my favourite phrases is acceptance is a WD-40 of change. I think allowance is probably a stronger word than acceptance, because sometimes acceptance infers there's something bad we need to accept, and it's an ordeal to try and accept it, but we should do that, a stiff upper lip and just get on with it. Rather than allowance it's deeper than that. For me, allowance is knowing we're okay wherever we're feeling, really allowing whatever is in our life, whatever we're experiencing. And what enables us to do that is knowing there's something deeper. And I've really had lessons in my life recently to remind me about allowance. And in the last few days I've had really bad back pain. I've never had a bad back, and I have a real new sympathy for those who struggle with back pain. And there's something about allowance of that. Acceptance that I can't do the things I want to do, acceptance I need to stop and slow down and just look after myself and make that the priority. And maybe acceptance I'm getting a bit older, so maybe more prone to this, that I look after myself because I love doing my running and I'm pretty bad at stretching and looking after myself. So allowance, what enables us to allow? And Michael Neal is a author in his book The Space Within has got a beautiful story about riding a roller coaster on a barge, and it goes like this. It's about imagining there's a giant barge, and on that giant barge is a roller coaster, and imagine you're on that roller coaster and your seat is in the front car, and the whole life you've been on this roller coaster but with your eyes closed. And imagine you rode this roller coaster, your eyes closed, but actually not aware that this roller coaster is on the most beautiful river. The barge is on the most beautiful river, most glorious river. But your eyes are closed, and you experience the ups and downs of this roller coaster, rising to the crest and going down into the depths. Occasionally spinning around, it can be scary. But imagine the first time you open your eyes, and you did the whole ride with your eyes open. When you hit the crest of that roller coaster, you see that river in all its glory, you could be taken aback. Then a moment later, it's gone, it's disappeared, you go down into the depths, and it's all forgotten. When you come back up, you can see it again. And it's almost like life. Sometimes you have hope and optimism, and then you go down, crashing down. But the more we ride that roller coaster with our eyes open, the more we get a sense that river is there in all its glory, whether we can see it or not. For me, that river is this energy behind life, the oneness of life, the energy that existed before time, and we're made of it, we're part of it. It's love in its purest form. It doesn't require anything of us, doesn't demand anything of us. It's unconditional, it's our birthright, because we're made of it. And if we can imagine that energy, we're part of it and we're made of it, it doesn't require anything of us, we can receive it fully and completely because we're made of it. For me, that's our source of everything: security, safety, well-being. It's our innate well-being. So whatever we experience on this roller coaster of life, the physical journey, there's something deeper that allows us to know we're okay. And I remember when my dad died, the first parents, I lost, and the immense grief. But I'm so thankful I had this understanding, these principles behind our experience, because I could sense that river. I could grieve, it didn't stop me grieving, and in fact it allowed me to grieve more fully. Not to be scared of the grief, not to be scared of the feeling, to allow it. Because deep down I knew, do you know what, I'm going to be okay. Life is going to be different from this point in time. Not to say worse, just be different. So for me, allowance, acceptance, WD-40 of change. But the WD-40 is really that awareness of something bigger, that we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. And not to be scared of our physical experience, knowing whatever happens, we're going to be okay. And out of our greatest pain comes our greatest gifts. Perhaps even on the back pain, I can look back and see, actually, maybe this is a wake-up call. I don't know. Probably in the way when I'm thinking, it's probably a wake-up call to want to continue to be as active as I am and love my running and do an ultra run on the coast path, which is my kind of goal. I need to start looking after myself more. So acceptance, allowance is WD-40 of change. But what allows you to do that is knowing this energy behind life has got you. It's kind, it's supporting, it's loving, and we co-create our life with it. We co-create our life with it. We're spiritual beings having a physical experience. I just want you to maybe contemplate that as an idea, try it on for size. I'm not saying I want you to believe it, just test it, try it on for size. And I wish you well. Until we speak soon.